Michelle and I are honored to join you in this prayer breakfast. And faith has always been a guiding force in our family's life. So we feel very much at home and look forward to keeping this tradition alive during our time here.
The National Prayer Breakfast dates back to the Eisenhower administration in the formal sense, and basically it's a time for people of all different faiths and backgrounds, both at home and abroad. A lot of world leaders fly in for this, to come together and talk about how we can find areas of common interest across lines of division.
We know as well that whatever our differences, there is one law that binds all great religions together: the call to love one another, to understand one another, to treat with dignity and respect those with whom we share a brief moment on this earth.
Federal government has, for a long time, engaged faith-based and community groups in its work, whether it's building hospitals or orphanages. In a more formal way, President Clinton kicked off a lot of this with his charitable choice rule. President Bush expanded it even further by creating the White House Office of Faith-Based and Community Initiatives. So the office that I'll be heading is President Obama's re-envisioning of that office and with his new priorities.
Instead of driving us apart, our varied beliefs can bring us together to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, comfort the afflicted, to make peace where there is strife and rebuild what has broken, to lift up those who have fallen on hard times. This is not only our call as people of faith, but our duty as citizens of America and our duty as citizens of the world. And it will be the purpose of the White House Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships that I'm announcing later today.
The office is the arm of the federal government that seeks to connect the government with local faith-based and secular community organizations to serve people in need, whether it's connecting groups that are training people to do new jobs or figuring out the role of faith-based organizations in combating global climate change. This office creates those partnerships in a way that's responsible, constitutional, and at the bottom line, helps those in need.
This work is important because few are closer to what's happening on our streets and in our neighborhoods than these organizations. People trust them, communities rely on them, and we will help them.
These are the groups that are at the hearts of communities. In places where there may not be a state or a local government office, there's probably going to be a community organization or a church or a synagogue or a temple or a mosque that you can go to find some refuge and strength in tough times. And we want to empower those groups to work for those in need while making sure that we stay within constitutional boundaries.
We come to break bread and to give thanks, but most of all, to seek guidance and to rededicate ourselves to the mission of love and service that lies at the heart of all humanity. St. Augustine once said, "Pray as though everything depended on God, then work as though everything depended on you."
I'm just excited about this work. I'm honored to be working for someone who has such a heart for service, for the Constitution, and for empowering these groups. So I'm ready to get going.
For it is only through common struggle and common effort, as brothers and sisters, that we fulfill our highest purpose as beloved children of God. I ask you to join me in that effort. And I also ask that you pray for myself, for Michelle, for my family, and for the continued perfection of our nation. Thank you so much. God bless you.